All right, let's get right into it. We all vote, we argue, we talk about the American system of government all the time. But what if the problem isn't that the system is broken, but that we were never actually given the user manual for it?
Yeah, that probably sounds about right, doesn't it? The whole system can feel so complicated, almost like it's designed to keep you out. And look, if you feel that way, you are not alone. The truth is, most of us were never really taught how this whole machine of power is supposed to work.
So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Think of this as your guide. We're going to pop the hood and take a look at the fundamental design, the core mechanics of how it all fits together.
Now, if you turn on the news, pretty much all the analysis is focused on the day-to-day drama, right? Who's winning, who's losing, the latest political fight. But we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to tune out all that noise and focus on the structure underneath it all.
So instead of getting caught up in outcomes and opinions, we're going to look at the mechanics and the structure. This isn't about telling you what to think. It's about showing you how the system is actually designed to function. No spin, no ideology, just the blueprint.
So what's the master key? What's the one big idea that unlocks everything else? Well, it all boils down to a single core principle: divided power. This is the most important thing to understand.
The people who designed this system were, frankly, terrified of putting too much power in one place, so they intentionally designed it to not be concentrated in the hands of any one person or any single group.
And it's not just about spreading power among people, it's also about location. Power isn't supposed to live in one central place. It's deliberately spread out across all these different components and institutions.
So if you remember just one word from this whole thing, make it this one: divided. Power in the American system is, by its very nature, divided.
And this is absolutely crucial to get. This system was never built for speed, not at all. It was actually designed for the exact opposite. It's meant to be slow, it's meant to create friction, it's meant to force people to compromise. It's all about putting the brakes on power.
Okay, so let's get into the three main parts of this machine. You've definitely heard of them before, but let's look at their specific jobs in this whole divided power setup.
First up, you've got Congress, the House and the Senate. You can think of them as the rule makers. Their main job is to write the laws for the country, and this is a big one, they control the money. They hold the purse strings, which gives them a ton of leverage.
Then you have the president, who is the head of the executive branch. This branch doesn't make the rules. Its job is to execute the rules. They're the ones who carry out and enforce the laws that Congress passes. This is why the presidency seems so powerful, because you can see them taking action every day.
And finally, we've got the courts, the judicial branch. They are the rule interpreters. They don't write laws and they don't enforce them. Their job is to look at a law or an action and ask one simple question: does this follow the rules laid out in the Constitution? Their power is quieter, but man, it is long-lasting.
Okay, so you have these three separate branches, but how do they actually keep each other in check? Well, that happens through a system of, you guessed it, checks and balances. Think of this as the machine's operating system, and its main purpose is create that friction we were talking about.
Let's just walk through a quick example. So, say Congress passes a new law. Great, but the president can just say nope and veto it. But even if the president signs it into law, the courts can come in later and say, you know what, this whole thing is unconstitutional. And even then, Congress can go back to the drawing board and try to change the law or even change the Constitution itself. It's this constant push and pull.
And this gets to the very heart of the matter. That constant tension, the gridlock you hear about on the news all the time, that isn't a sign that the system is broken. In many ways, that is the system working exactly how it's supposed to. It's designed to make using power hard, not easy.
So, if all this power is divided up between these huge government branches, where do we fit in? Where do you, the citizen, come into this user manual? What's our role in all this?
Well, you can think of the public as having the main input controls. Your vote is the most direct one. It's how you decide who gets to pull the levers. But what you say, what you protest, what you pay attention to, that shapes what those officials actually do with the levers. Really, it's public engagement that decides what's even on the table in the first place.
Here's the key takeaway. Power isn't some static thing that just sits in the building in Washington, D.C. It's dynamic. It's fluid. It responds to whatever people are paying attention to. It moves toward whatever people are demanding.
Okay, let's bring this all home. We've all been there, right? That feeling of pure frustration when it seems like nothing is getting done, when everything just feels stuck.
But once you've read the manual, you can start to see that frustration in a new light. That slowness, that gridlock, that's often the system's main safety feature, restraint, kicking in. It's the machine doing its job of preventing any one side from taking over too quickly. That's the design.
And at the end of the day, understanding how this all works isn't about being a cheerleader for the system or wanting to tear it all down. It has nothing to do with your politics. It's just about basic literacy. It's about knowing the rules of the game that you're in.
So, the manual doesn't tell you what to build. It just tells you how the tools work. The real question is, now that you know how the levers and the buttons and the gears all fit together, what are you going to do? How will you use the system?